Back to party chat. I'm just go to game chat real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another build video, I guess you would say. So the difference between this build is gonna be. Let me switch characters. I'm literally making this more complicated than it to be. Dang it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going over the mechanics. Just kidding, no I'm not. We're going to be going over the build for a ranger. So there's three different builds that you can do for a ranger, which is like critical damage and critical rate based, or an attack based build, or what I would like to call the comfort build, which is kind of like an all-purpose build. So you don't have to worry about pretty much anything. So if you're going for the crit damage build, um, pretty much you're going to be going over any A bow, but specifically the bow that you're going to be going for is the one that increases allies' critical attack, mainly because might as well stick with what you're already doing. For example, the strongbow precise aim reduces enemy attack power by 2.5 to 5%, but that's not the bow we're looking for. We're looking for the steel wedge bow, which is selling for 1 million. It increases allies' critical hit rate by 1.5 to 3% within a 5-meter radius. And this bow is actually found in the Abyssal Altar of Blood. So if you're looking for that specific item. Now, for the offhand weapon that you're going to be looking for, it's going to be the Fortress Quiver. Because the Fortress Quiver is, let's see, where is it? Using reload increases your critical hit rate by 3.5 to 7% for 5 seconds. Now, the location of that quiver, I'm waiting for information from my guild on the dungeons, but if I'm not mistaken, it's in the Depths of Corruption. But, you know, more information will be posted in my Discord, so if you are curious, feel free to join. It is open for everyone. It's usually in the description box. Now, once you have those two things, that's basically 2 critical hit items that you can add to your inventory. Now, the next item is going to be an A item, which is the Inspector's Hat, which increases your critical hit rate by 4.4 to 8.1%, which is right here. Did I pass it? Headdress, Snake Tracker's headdress. Oh, did they change the name? Area Inspector headdress. There you go. Leather increases critical hit rate 4.05 to 8.1%. Well, that's the one. Oh no, Inspector. That's what it said right there. Inspector's headdress. Alright, I'm gonna get out of the marketplace before it crashes because they still have that issue. They just have to reset and kind of have like a race against the clock. So that gives you about 8.1% on a max roll. And make sure you get the right runes for your item. So the next chest piece is going to be the attack or the defense vigilance chest piece. So this one increases your attack power by 439 to 530 percent. I mean percent. Just base stats, and it's found in the Halls of the Dead. And this is just crafted by an ancient chest. This gives you extra defense. Personally, I like this one because it gives you more survivability. But if you want more attack along with your crit rate and crit damage, go for this one, Tunica Village. The weird thing is that they're both named the same thing. Now, the next piece is actually going to be the Tracker's Slacks, which is a B item. I don't like any of the A items. I know it's like gear score base. You want to go for the Thundering Arrows leg piece, which is, let's see, I think it's the Inspector's leg armor. No, it's not that one. Leg armor vigilance. No, it's not that one. Leg armor. This one. They both have the same name again. It gives you Thundering Arrows damage 10 to 20%. However, I don't really like it because none of these legs actually give you really good stats. So the one I do like is the Tracker Slacks, and you can actually find a decent roll of 1149 and get those to Mythic for the gear score and to continue having those defense stats. Now, the other leg piece that you could be going for too is actually the PvP leg piece, which is basically right around the corner of Sparios. So I don't like any of the A legs, so I'm going with the B one. Now you can go to the Senator faction or the Voss Elan, and you know you're just basically core the Ravens or you're basically the Sentinels, and it gives you extra attack power in your legs. It's probably one of the only items in the game that give you attack power for leg pieces. So here we go, Ranger. The Senator Elite Soldier's leg armor, and it's the same exact leg piece on the other side for Court of the Ravens, and it gives you an attack power of 140 to 313. So that's located in PvP, so queue up for Red Basin or Warlords Arena. I do believe these are just specifically Red Basin. You go right here, it's the same concept. They're just a bit different. See, attack power right here, Ranger. Alright, so now that you know where you can get your B legs, this is that's completely your choice. Now this is a crit damage based build and you want to at least squeeze out as much attack power, but at the same time get crit rate and crit damage out of it. But the rest is pretty much up to you. Now the next item on your list is going to be the Boots of Vigilance, because the Boots of Vigilance give you extra crit rate, and the location of these is also in the Halls of the Dead, which is a level 31 dungeon. So there goes your 4.05 to 8.1. The good news for you is that because of this event, everyone's getting double boxes, so the market's going to be inflated with items. Now the next item on your list is not going to be the Bloody Gloves, because these increase your attack power, but it's going to be the Inspector's Gloves, because it gives you increased critical hit damage 13.5 to 27%. So that's extra crit damage. Now, so you're just kind of stacking, you know, a crit rate with crit damage. Now the next item on your list is going to be the Snake Tracker's Belt, and if I'm not mistaken, that is located in either Shadow Visions, Depths of Corruption, or Abyssal Altar of Blood. So let's see, right here. The reason for that is it gives you 4.05 to 8.1 extra crit rate. Not too bad. Remember to be mindful of your runes, because the Belt of Vigilance, you don't need that, you don't need this, and you definitely don't need any of these other items. And you know, don't feel confident in being able to switch back and forth with any, you know, B item. You know, this is just a build that I made just because, like I say, this is like the best build doesn't make it the best build. It's just the best build in my opinion. Now this is all the armor pieces for the crit damage based build. Now the accessories, which is the first things that you should be buying and basically building your build around, is right here. Now the necklace that I'm picking is the Necklace of the Corrupted, because it gives me extra crit rate. Now before I buy any B item, I want to make sure that it has a white rune and these yellows to activate my, you know, my necklace. So right here, as you can see on my character, it's not the Ranger, but all of this is activated. So I get extra 8% crit rate and those defense stats. I'm not choosing the Horde necklace, you know, but either or is basically interchangeable. You can choose the Horde necklace and give yourself an attack power boost and get extra crit damage on top of that, or you can get the defense for survivability and crit rate. Personally, they're both good. From my experience, I just like the survivability, and the Horde necklace is just good for consistent ongoing damage, but that means you're gonna have to get 9 white runes and 9 red runes, which is a bit more difficult. But if you plan ahead and specifically only buy builds that has 2 whites minimum, or 1 white, 1 red, then you'll be able to get the build that you want. So the next accessory that you're going to be going for is your ring. And for your ring, you're going to want to be getting the Sinister Ring, which gives you also the attack or defense, or the Desert Song Ring, which gives you a crit damage buff for 27%. Now if you're going for the crit based build, the damage buff of 27% is what you want. The Sinister Ring just gives you, you know, consistent damage of attack or defense. Personally, again, most of my builds are based around crit rate or crit damage, so this is the ring of choice that I'm going for. I would prefer defense over HP, but I'll take that. So that's the crit damage based build. Alright. And I'm not sure if I'm going to split up the attack-based build, in a separate video. But honestly, I think I'm just going to mow through it, and here we go. But other than that, I'm going to just give a short break here, just in case. And that's it. So we're going to be going on to the next one, which is going to be the attack-based build. Now, the attack-based build is similar to that one, but it's going to be pure attack. Now let's go over the attack-based build. So that's going to be the weapon of choice. Honestly, it's still going to be, in my opinion, the crit rate one because it increases your allies' crit rate. But this one also reduces enemy attack power by 2.5 to 3%. So the steel wedge bow or this one. And instead of your offhand weapon, it's going to be the forgotten quiver of an old hero because it gives you an attack bow of 1.8 to 3.5%. Now, for your headdress, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the inspector's hat, which is a crit rate hat. That at least gives you some crit rate. Your tunic is going to be the same tunic of vigilance, but instead of the defense one, it's going to be the attack one. So you have no choice. 439 to 530 attack right there. Your slacks are going to be the PvP slacks, which I showed you around back, which gives you a 140 to 313 extra attack power. Your boots are going to be the boots of vigilance, which are here, extra crit rate. Gloves are going to be the bloody shoulder guard. I mean, not the bloody shoulder, the bloody gloves instead of the inspector's gloves. So extra 439 to 530 attack power based off your roll. Your shoulder guards is going to be the shoulder guards of vigilance. Extra attack power 439 to 530. And let me get out before the market crashes. Your belt is going to be the crit rate belt. Now that is the best attack based build because you're squeezing out as much attack power as possible. Now for accessories it's going to be a little different. I am not going to be using the necklace of the corrupted. I am specifically using the horde necklace because it's going to give me crit damage and attack power. And the next necklace I'm going to be ring, it's specifically going to be the sinister ring. Now, this gives me only 377 extra attack power, so I'm going to need 11 red runes, and it gives me defense. And you'll ask me, like, why am I not going for the Lich's ring that gives me 417 extra attack? Is mainly because of the defense aspect. The Lich's ring, which is new, is not very good, in my opinion, because of the fact that it's not, it doesn't have the defense built in it. Yes, it gives you, like, a few numbers more of attack, but it's just, in my opinion, not worth it. So that's the attack-based build. It was a lot quicker than before because now I was able to run through everything. And the last build, which is basically my favorite, which is kind of like a comfort build, which is kind of like everything, is any ABO, because any ABO is pretty nice. You can go for the attack one, or you can go for the crit rate one. So that one's nice. This one is honestly, the old Empire bow is terrible. Yeah, it gives you a cooldown. It's still stronger than the patrol bow, but it's not for me. Stardust bows. I honestly feel like there should be a build based off movement, and I feel like that's one of the things that makes the Ranger stand out is having that extra movement speed, but people haven't made a build around all the movement perks of all the other armor pieces. But I'm sure once I do that, you'll be able to see how fast the Rangers should be moving and how untouchable they will be in either PvP or PvE without having to actually waste stamina. Now, the next piece is the Inspector's hat. Good old Inspector's hat, which gives you right here. Let's see. Area Inspector's headdress, right there, which gives you extra 4.05 to 8.1%. My comfort build focuses more on survivability, so I'm actually not gonna get the Tunic of Vigilance. I'm actually going to be getting the other Tunic of Vigilance, pun intended, boom. Same name, just different stats. Because I like defense and survivability. I mean, if you don't like it, you could go ahead and go for the attack one. But my phrase goes, you can't DPS if you're dead. I am not going for the attack legs. I am going for the tracker slacks because I want survivability. So there you go. Defense. Right there, boom. 690 and 1149. The boots, same boots of vigilance. For the crit rate. Now gloves, I am not doing the crit damage gloves. I am doing the attack gloves, so I'm getting these ones. The bloody gloves. Now shoulder guards, same thing. It's a little bit of both. I am not getting the crit damage shoulder guards. I am getting the shoulder guards of vigilance. Boom, right there. Now the belt is the same, the crit rate belt. So it's a little bit of both, and my build is actually gonna basically offset the fact that I have all attack in my build, and now because I'm lacking crit rate and crit damage, I'm balancing that out by getting the Necklace of the Corrupted and the Desert Song Ring. So the Necklace of the Corrupted is right here. It'll give me an extra 8% crit rate and defense. And I have the Desert Song Ring, which gives me another 27% extra damage, crit damage. Now this is my this is my comfy build. This is like an all-purpose. You don't have to keep changing things around. You only have to focus on one rune really, because the other two just kind of come naturally. But those are the 3 builds that come with being a ranger, in my opinion, and some of the best builds out there. So if you are a ranger, you get 3 choices. You can have a crit damage based build, or you can have an attack based build, or you can have a hybrid build, which I personally feel is kind of like the best for PvE. And I emphasize it's PvE based, not PvP based. But there's nothing else to say. That's pretty much what concludes this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want to know where everything comes from, please feel free to join the Discord, because anytime we enter a dungeon with any class, we share the information in our Discord. All of us are in endgame content, so we know where pretty much everything is. It's just a matter of time of how long it takes us to upload information into the Discord. But thank you guys for watching. Feel free to support, the channel. Share it to anyone that you feel needs the help or needs a walkthrough, or they're new to Ranger. Please look at it. These videos, because you do not want to be buying things that you don't need. And remember, these things are end game based builds. They are not B based builds. For B gear, I will probably be going through a different build video, but this is all specifically for A builds to reach the end game content. And I mean, specifically for Ranger, the 2 things that you're going to be running for most of your gear is going to be Archon of Fire and Halls of the Dead. For the most part, that's where you get most of your free gear. But thank you guys for watching. Feel free to watch on mixer.com/theguitarist562. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, same socials. Discord is in the description box below. And have a good one, guys.